The boy never saw it coming. He fell off a cliff and somehow survived, stumbling onto a max-level boss hiding out to heal. He figured he'd end up as the guy's last meal before leveling up, but turns out the boss was already on his deathbed. And right before he died, he passed down a lifetime of power to the kid. Bro just got handed a cheat code for free. Ever since our MC got isekai'd, he could learn any spell just by watching it once. That insane learning speed had his dad absolutely floored. To set the kid up for the future, he decided to find him a proper master. But the road to the royal capital was seriously dangerous, so Reno hit up an old friend for an escort. Riding that old school ride reminded our MC of his past life. He used to be the strongest human king alive. Stepping out meant showing up in full drip, but rolling low-key like this? Honestly, not bad either. They hadn't gone far before monsters attacked. Adam, Helen, and Jasmine jumped into action. They held the front line, keeping the monsters at bay. Angela and Darden handled safe DPS from the back. Perfect teamwork. Monsters wiped with ease. Our MC watched and got seriously jealous. He had to get stronger and reclaim his peak ASAP. Night fell before they knew it. Alice was patching up Reno's wounds. The others quietly kept watch without being asked. Healing magic was no joke. If anyone found out, it'd bring a world of trouble. That's exactly why the two of them had been living off the grid. After dinner, with nothing else to do, the redhead wanted to stretch his legs. He'd heard the MC was a once-in-a-century prodigy, so he wanted to spar, not even caring that the kid was barely 4 years old. But the MC's performance had everyone shook. He enchanted his weapon, then used magic to supercharge his legs. In a flash, he was right in the redhead's face. A quick dodge and he was already behind him. Looked like a guaranteed win, but his body was just too weak. He couldn't even hold his footing, and got launched by the shockwave. Still, the fight completely broke everyone's brain. The quiet girl actually came to him first, offering to teach him how to boost his speed. So the crew trained him while they traveled. They thought things were smooth, then everything went sideways. A gang of bandits had already set an ambush. Their goal was to grab the women and kids and sell them for cash. The fight broke out in an instant. Reno's crew had the edge skill-wise, but the bandits just had too many numbers. After a long grind, everyone was running on empty. Reno took heavy damage. Alice tried to heal him but got stopped. Using healing magic here would be way more dangerous. Seeing that, the MC wanted to stay and fight, but Reno told him to protect Alice instead. She was already carrying their second kid. Thinking back to how off his mom had seemed lately, it all clicked for him now. Without thinking twice, he grabbed his mom and ran. The others covered them with everything they had. Everyone thought the mother and son were in the clear. And of course, that's when things went wrong. A bandit mage on the hillside charged up and launched a sneak attack. The MC reacted instantly and shoved his mom out of the way, taking the full hit himself. Before falling off the cliff, he used Jasmine's knife to pull off a last-second trade. Darden and Angela combined their magic trying to save Arthur, but it was already too late. On the edge of death, Arthur felt something unexpected, a kind of fullness inside. Growing up an orphan in his last life, he never got it. Why a man would cry over family. Now he finally understood what that pain felt like. The pain of losing someone you love. He thought this was it for his second life. But somehow he woke up again. Alive, and face to face with a legendary beast. It didn't eat him, it actually saved him. He had no idea what was going on. So while the black dragon wasn't looking, he tried to strike first. Got flicked to the ground with one finger. The dragon knew him, even called him a partner. Just as the MC was about to dig deeper, the dragon walked over and picked some glowing fruit off the wall. Told him to eat something first. So he went to town on it. He was worried sick about his parents. He asked the dragon if it knew anything. The dragon couldn't leave this place, but it could see far, and reach even further. The next second, a vision appeared before them. The bandits clearly didn't walk away clean. Knowing his parents were safe, he finally breathed. He thanked the dragon from the bottom of his heart. Turns out the dragon's name was Sylvia, and just like that, several days had passed while he was out. According to Sylvia, they were at the edge of the Elsia forest, a dangerous zone crawling with beasts and outlaws. Whenever Sylvia wanted, she could open up a dimensional rift and send him home, but she just needed a little more time to prep. He thanked her again, then used the downtime to grind hard. Seeing a kid this young with a magic core, Sylvia was genuinely surprised. She casually showed him a trick, the ability to cast magic while simultaneously charging mana. It blew the MC's mind, like refueling a plane mid-flight. That's impossible, Sylvia explained. That humans have too rigid a view of mana. That's why they always treat charging and using mana as separate steps. But every other species can do it naturally, especially mana beasts. For them, it's like breathing. Seeing the MC clearly wanted to learn, Sylvia asked, "What would you do if you learned this? If you mastered this, you'd be way stronger than you are now." The MC flashed back to the bandit attack. He said, "I want the people who took what matters to me dead." Sylvia responded by flicking him in the head. Wrong answer. She wasn't going to teach him like this. He didn't get it. That's literally how he became the strongest in his past life. Then, Sylvia touched his forehead and asked, "Does it hurt?" She said these hands could tear things apart with ease, but they could also hold you gently. Which do you prefer? The MC said, "The gentle one." Sylvia continued, "Anger and hate, easy to ignite. They come out as violence. Feels good in the moment, but it only breeds more hate." She saved his life. She didn't want to see him go down that road. Right then, the MC had a sudden thought. Did she already know who he was in his past life? Without addressing his confusion, Sylvia asked the same question again. This time, the MC pictured the happy moments with his family. He said, "I'll protect the people I care about." That was exactly the answer Sylvia was looking for. And so under Sylvia's guidance, the MC started learning to cast while charging mana. Drawing on his past life mastery, he picked up the technique fast, Mana spread through his whole body, then converged to a single point. But just then, a strange noise echoed out. Sylvia shoved him behind a pile of rocks to hide. Before he even knew what was happening, a creature appeared in front of Sylvia, an exact copy of her. It demanded she come with it, but it got shot down cold by Sylvia. The thing wouldn't let up, firing a dark orb at her. Sylvia barely held it off, visibly struggling. Then, mana erupted from her body. The beast's outer shell cracked apart. Beneath it was what this world called a dragon. She channeled mana from her mouth and blasted the enemy. Using this kind of mana took a massive toll on her. Sylvia looked ready to go down swinging. The enemy stopped holding back. Dark orbs came flooding in. She dodged them all, barely. But she got distracted worrying about the MC, and the enemy found an opening. With no way out, she activated her power and froze time around them. Everyone except her and the MC. She opened a dimensional rift for him to escape. She also gave him a colorful egg and a feather, plus a glowing arm piece that screamed cheat item. She didn't explain what any of it was. Every second counted, she was barely hanging on. In the time they'd spent together, the MC had grown to treasure every moment. He'd already started seeing her as a grandmother figure, and that touched her deeply. But time was up, she had to push him out. With no other choice, he grabbed everything and stepped into the rift. Seeing him go, Sylvia released her ability. The enemy's attack hit her square in the chest. It caused irreversible damage, but she didn't go down easy. The second the enemy got close, she threw everything she had into one final blow. The force blasted the enemy clean away. Meanwhile, inside the dimensional rift, the MC heard Sylvia's last message. So, I'll go. Moscow. I'll take one.